It's Ketchup Packets.
Hey everybody, I'm Nate.
I'm Sean.
And this is Ketchup Packets. Today we are watching Saving Private Ryan.
That's a movie.
It's a movie, yeah.
What do you know about this movie, Nate?
It's like a late 90s, early 2000s, like teenage sex romp movie, right? Like comedy movie? No?
No, you're thinking of Shaving Ryan's Privates. Different movie.
Oh, this is the army one.
Yes.
Ah, yes.
That was really stupid. Thanks for staying with us after that joke, everybody. Yeah, what do you know about this? I've seen this movie a lot of times. Nate has not seen it.
I've never seen it. And I feel like it's very intense and stars Tom Hanks.
Mm-hmm.
Is kind of a prestigious film of our time.
Got some Oscar nominations when it came through. Did not win Best Picture.
No?
Lost to, I believe, Shakespeare in Love, which I haven't seen, so I can't comment on its quality, but I don't hear many people talk about that movie these days. And people still talk about Saving Private Ryan a lot.
Yeah, I've been excited to watch this because, I've heard pretty awesome things about it, but I know very little about the story. I think it's about, if I was gonna guess, like what the basic premise is, it's that a private named Ryan gets lost behind enemy lines in some capacity, or is captured or something like that, and his platoon needs to save Private Ryan.
Well, that's a reasonable assumption based on the title. We've been putting off doing this movie for a while because it's a long one, so I think with that in mind, we should just jump right in and get to watching it.
All right. I think we should.
Let's check it out.
Mm-hmm. Well, this movie's gonna make me cry, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. That would be
calm.
so terrifying. Yeah.
Nah, stay calm. There's a guy in a second that I think depicts who I would be. Mm-hmm. I'll point him out. That guy.
That guy. Yeah. Yeah.
And they go in knowing that the whole plan is there's so many of us they can't kill all of us with the machine guns.
Yeah. Yeah, just nothing but open ocean behind you and just like staring into machine gun fire like that.
Yeah. And they just jump over the side because it's, I guess, try not to drown is a better fate than get chewed to bits by the machine gun.
It just seems like make the boat a different shape. Like,
there's no other way to do it. This is what we have. We gotta go now.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? You have to make decisions in this environment.
Yeah,
it's one thing to imagine be a soldier.
Charge.
Yeah. Keep these people alive. That's execute the mission.
Yeah. Gotta do something.
I would much rather be one of the grunts if I had to be on this beach than have to be someone making decisions.
But then you're one of the grunts that knows that you're taking your orders from somebody who's in the same position you are in.
I guess, but I don't know.
Oh my god.
That machine gunner in the nest probably feels pretty confident at this moment.
Yeah,
he's probably like, I can keep him back.
Yeah, we got this. Ooh, that doesn't look good.
Yeah, I don't think you have to keep bringing him.
Yeah.
That's the good news. I mean, that's not good news.
No, but yeah. You just kind of got
This is all bad news.
Sergeant Horvath! You recognize where we are? Where we're supposed to be. You know what else is?
I don't know. Maybe bomb the place first? Use like an
They have
airplane
anti-aircraft
drop-
guns
Yeah, I suppose.
with longer ranges than your bombs.
Yeah.
We're all mixed up, sir. We got the leftovers from Fox Company, Able Company, and George Company.
That's why you need these guys to go in and take out the anti-aircraft guns, and then you send in bombs. I think is the strat. I know nothing about World War II history, or very little.
Oh my god.
Fire in the hole! Fire in the hole! We're in business, definitely! Other side of the hole!
How's that for a scary moment, too? You know the
yeah.
Germans saw you blow that clearance, and so
Yeah.
they're all gonna focus on that spot while you have to run through.
Let's go!
I feel like forward is the only way to go right now. It's every
Yeah.
tiny moment. Not having died yet is like a
Routine.
blessing.
I think, you know, I don't know in terms of how the strategy was developed, but definitely the effect of hitting from the ocean also has the effect on your army of giving them nowhere to retreat to. You know,
Yeah,
it's like you
exactly.
literally can't run away.
Davis, DiBernardo, Young, Paul, get ready.
What is the psychology of being there really like? You know,
Yeah.
like that's so crazy. This movie does such a great job of putting you there. You know,
I don't understand how anyone is not just completely frozen in absolute terror.
training.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Tom Hanks is the perfect guy for this part too. Someone who's not like an action hero,
Yeah.
or you know, it's like to show you that we just had to get dudes to come
Yeah.
do this. You know, he's still so
Yeah.
badass in this movie, even though that's Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
You don't think of him as a badass.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like Vin Diesel playing this part.
Have you spotted Vin yet?
No.
He's been around. That's the person I asked if you recognized. That's why I thought you said that name because you saw he was here.
No, I didn't
He's
even
in
know.
this platoon.
Maybe I subconsciously noticed, but
Must have.
yeah.
This has got to feel like a sweet revenge moment. You're on the other side of one of those machine gun nests that was just chewing you all
dude.
up.
Grenade in. Bye-bye.
I'm sorry, I can't.
Those guys are saying, please, I'm not German, I'm Czech. They made me. I didn't kill anyone.
Oh, God.
If I didn't say it, the comments would have said it because
Yeah.
that's a fun fact about Saving Private
Yeah,
Ryan everyone
wow.
always says. It's crazy that there's like still fire back there and stuff, so like there's still fighting going on, but they are over the finish line. You know,
Yep.
you guys get to stop.
Love the imagery. Super.
The dead fish and the dead
yeah.
people.
Just like, the blood red ocean water.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an ocean of blood, symbolism. I see. So did he take a breath? Was
No, that was a corpse.
Ah.
The three men are brothers, sir. I've just learned that this afternoon their mother's going to be getting all 3 telegrams. That's not all. There's a 4th brother, the youngest. He parachuted in with the 101st Airborne right before the invasion. He's somewhere in Normandy. We don't know where.
Is he alive?
We don't know.
This is gonna be a heck of a visit, huh?
Yeah, that's pretty devastating. Like life-ruiningly intense.
How do you even allow all
yeah.
4 of your sons to go? I mean, because the cause you believe in, you know, it's World War II, they need the help, but...
And maybe they were the ones that believed in it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure they did. I'm not saying she
Yeah.
sent them for her own reasons, I'm
Right.
saying, but, like, it's gotta be so hard. And then, this moment.
She's probably been, like, thinking this moment might
Sure.
come about one of her sons.
Dreading this, yeah. about one, let alone three.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She's got to be thinking right now, like, oh God, which one?
Mm-hmm.
The boy's alive. We are going to send somebody to find him. And we are going to get him the hell out of there. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Damn.
Quite powerful words.
Yeah.
And now you understand Saving Private Ryan.
Yep, I see.
Bring him home.
Yeah. It's different than I guessed.
But not
Yeah.
substantially, you know, like the same essence.
It's not going to be easy finding one particular soldier in the middle of this whole goddamn
Right, and a needle and a stack of needles.
Well, what about
The composition is incredible.
Yeah.
Just so many different layers to this picture, you know?
Jesus Christ. It's the boy
And this
company?
whole tracking shot, like through this.
Company? French and German. My 2 guys were killed.
It's just that I haven't held a weapon since basic training, sir.
Did you fire the weapon in basic training?
Yes, sir.
Well, then get your gear.
Yes, sir.
Elfham's a little nervous, as you can see.
Yeah.
He's not too
If
at
I
home
was,
in a war
you know,
zone.
I would be too if I was him. If I was in this situation, I would be a little nervous.
But they got it all under control now.
Look at that. They cleaned up all the bodies already?
Mm-hmm.
We got stopped by some intense rifle action from the eastward. The Germans have been reinforcing 2 regiments.
Oh, this guy
all
too.
day.
What's his name again?
Paul Giamatti.
Tell them to show themselves.
Oh my god.
It's not gonna be safe when they're done. Are you nuts? Listen to the captain. Fire's out.
I don't think she wants to go with him.
Yeah.
Captain, the decent thing to do is to at least take her down the road to the next town.
We're not here to do the decent thing. We're here to follow fucking orders. Take this goddamn kid. Shut up!
Oh no. Oh.
He was on the ground before we heard the shot.
Now that little girl gets to be down with them during this.
Yeah.
That's rad, dude. I didn't
I
see
mean,
it.
450 yards.
tricky
down,
one.
shade on it.
That's a colossally bad move to give your kid to the
Yeah,
soldiers.
that's-
Their job is to engage with the Germans.
yeah, that's true.
Oh, is he trying to shoot who he's talking to?
Yeah. Just looking for him.
Through the scope.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Not bad acting for that kid.
No. I think that might have been a formative experience of that girl's
Yeah.
life. I just picture her in her 50s, you know, talking about when she was a child and her father gave her to the American soldiers. Bye-bye, Vin Diesel.
Sergeant Horvath, do an ammo check. Upham, can't tease. Fill him up. Sergeant Hill, gather your men. We'll form up in the northwest corner of the square.
Wade feels responsible when anyone dies, I'm sure, because it's his job to,
Yeah.
you know, fix it when they get injured.
Yeah, what a mentally taxing, stressful job it would be to be a medic in like a war like this, like
Yeah.
more old timey.
Let me get this goddamn hitchhiker out of my boot.
There's just no no one's shot yet.
Because everyone's afraid to fire the first shot, because then they all just die.
Yep.
Clear up! Clear down!
This movie does a great job of putting you in the intensity of the situations,
Yeah.
you know, where you just feel the circulatory system and the, like, I don't know.
Yeah, the cinematography helps with that too. Just like, yeah, the intensity is just so great. A lot of handycam stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
Get Ryan up here.
Ryan! Ryan! Front and center!
Do you see who that is? Ted Danson.
Oh yeah. They haven't really showed his face straight on yet.
Yeah, it's true.
Told you he was an asshole.
Sir, Private Ryan reporting his order.
At ease.
And here we have Nathan Fillion.
I love Nathan Fillion.
Well, there isn't any real easy way to say this, so as long as you say it, your brothers are dead.
We have orders to come get you. Because you're going home.
How did they die?
They were killed in action.
I can't be. It can't be. My brother's still in grammar school.
You're James Ryan.
Yeah.
James Francis Ryan, from Iowa.
James Frederick Ryan, Minnesota.
Even
Oh
an
my
F
God.
still, too. Even an F name.
Yeah.
Like, still James F. Ryan. Minnesota. Woo!
What does that mean? My
Represent.
brothers are okay?
Yeah, I'm sure they're fine.
They're okay, though.
We're looking for a different Private Ryan. This is just a big foul up.
How do you know? How can you be sure? How do you know?
Oh my god, yeah, they just put him through that whole...
They're okay. And
Lieutenant, I'm sorry for the trouble.
I just wrote them a letter before I left.
Yeah, they're...
I gotta go home right now.
He no longer wants to fight the war.
Yeah.
You realize what's important to him, and it's
Just
back
like,
in
wait,
Minnesota.
I also don't get to go home, though.
Yeah.
Do you know how many men I've lost under my command?
How many?
94. But that means I've saved the lives of 10 times that many, doesn't it? Maybe even 20, right? 20 times as many. And that's how simple it is.
Is he being sarcastic? Or do you think...
I think it's the... I don't think he's being sarcastic. I think maybe he realizes that it's not necessarily true, but it's how you
Yeah.
keep it in your mind
Yeah.
without going insane.
He's
That you-
acknowledging that, like, this is what I'm telling myself to justify it, kind of.
Right. Well,
That's, yeah. So maybe sarcastic was the wrong word, but,
yeah.
you know.
Well, and the point he's making here is that we're saving one man, and so it's much harder to do that calculus on this mission.
Yeah.
Only thing is, sometimes she'd come home early. I pretend to be asleep.
Who, your mom?
Yeah. She'd stand in the doorway looking at me. And I'd just keep my eyes shut. If she came home early, just talk to me. And I still wouldn't move. I'd still pretend to just be asleep. I don't know why I did that.
Damn. That's an intense monologue.
These kids miss their moms.
Also, just like you look back on something like that and just be like, I want nothing more than to be home with my mom
to
right
tell
now.
my
Yeah.
mom about my day. Yeah.
Yeah. That felt like a dream sequence. Am I getting that right?
No, I don't think so. I think it was really them marching.
What was going on in the background?
Bombs.
Is that just bombs?
Yeah.
Just off in the distance?
Mm-hmm. At night, that's probably how they would look, you know?
Yeah, it's
Flashes
true.
of light.
Wade,
Yes, sir.
see what you can do.
Yes, sir.
Hold on.
And they're at this camp. He's telling Wade to just fix anyone who he can.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, look at this poor bastard, huh?
I guess they're not bulletproof, huh?
Yes, not. I don't like what he's got between his ears.
Sure like what you fellas got between your legs.
Oh, all right. You're gonna give him that. You're gonna give him that. You, Jackson. All right, I got 3 of a kind.
All right, hell, pull out. Oh, goddamn airboat watching.
Don't put chips.
All right.
Put them back in there.
They thought they were gambling?
Well, they
Is that
were
what-
just being very
yeah.
cavalier with
Yeah,
the dog
with the
tags
dog
on each
tags.
one is a dead man, you know? They were making gambling jokes at the end of what they were saying there, but they were
Yeah.
just being very cavalier with these piles of dog tags. And these are their companies and their
Yeah.
fellow soldiers.
Yeah. Brethren, yeah.
He's not here.
That makes sense.
To go through this a little more respectfully, I guess, is the point. But it's hard to, even for these soldiers, to keep it in mind all the time.
Yeah.
The humanity of it.
Here sooner or later. Ryan!
That might be a little hard to do.
Maybe the locals have seen it. Hey, you know, excusez-moi. Probably through Ryan, James Ryan. Merci beaucoup. Ryan, anybody know Ryan? 101st Airborne? Ryan, you know a guy named Ryan? Private James Ryan from Iowa? Anybody know a Ryan? James
I
Ryan!
think the captain is frustrated with the mission.
Yeah, of course.
You know Private Ryan? Who? Private Ryan? James Ryan?
Jimmy Ryan?
James Francis Ryan.
No. James Francis Ryan.
All right, give me a pencil. Something to write on. Quick, come on, a pencil.
Upham, you have one job. Where's that
Yeah.
pencil?
Ran into a colonel who was gathering up men to go to, Ramelle
Ramelle.
to babysit a bridge. That's the last I seen of him, sir.
Great. Thank you. Right, Read, thank you.
You're welcome.
Symbol on me. Who's going left? Who's going left?
I'll do it. I'll go left.
All right. Up and switch off with Jackson. And you linger in the rear. We advance and keep pressure on until he has to change out his barrels.
I think Jackson and the sergeant are the two most loyal guys.
God, it's so terrifying.
It's got to be great to start a mission where nobody feels good about it, too.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
Like, this is going to suck and we'll probably lose.
Unbelievable.
That's what you don't want to see. Oh!
Oh, God.
How's it look? How's it look?
It's gonna be okay.
It's just like...
He's trying to do
Yeah.
medicine on himself, you know?
Yeah.
Asking questions about his wounds.
Hit 3 times.
I think so, yeah. I didn't see how many shots, but...
Yeah. Oh. Quite a performance.
Yeah, I've seen this a bunch of times and it never fails to really just rip my guts out. That is horrible.
Ask this piece of shit if he's the one who shot Wade. Ask him. Doesn't matter.
It does matter.
Let's do a machine gun.
Nein, ich hab nachgeladen. Ich hab nicht geschossen. Ich hab nicht...
Yeah, so you're hit.
I can understand how they would hate the sound of German,
Yep.
given the situation they're in. Captain Miller's having a rough time.
Yeah. Gotta look strong, gotta stay strong for the men.
Yeah, it's important to do that in private for his role. Upham is being way too charitable to this guy from everyone else's perspective.
Yeah.
Fuck Hitler. Fuck Hitler.
Tut mir leid an den Mann, den ihr verloren habt. Den Sanitäter, es ist halt Krieg, nicht? Nicht?
I guess fuck Hitler is the only English way he has of saying, look, I don't care about this war, I just don't want to die.
Yeah, right.
Cap, you just let the enemy go.
This is such bullshit. Y'all got that right.
Bullshit. Yeah, right. This is bullshit.
Shooting a prisoner,
Don't
that'd be
shut
okay.
your
That's
mouth.
against the goddamn rules.
Yeah, well, the goddamn rules just walked off with you and your friend.
Soldier, you are way out of line. Yes, sir. That was one hell of a call coming to take this nest, but the hell, we only lost one of our guys going for it. I swear, I hope Mama Ryan's real fucking happy knowing that little Jimmy's life is a little bit more important than two of our guys. But then again, we haven't found him yet, have we? Have we?
He's a good sergeant.
Hell off.
Yeah.
Driving? I'm done with this mission.
Deserting.
Sounds like it.
Hey! Driving, get back in line.
Yes, sir. I'll spend the rest of my life in the stockade if I have to, but I'm done with this.
I'm not gonna ask you again, soldier.
Captain! Now this is bullshit.
Fall in!
You gonna shoot me over Ryan?
No, I'm gonna shoot you because I don't like you.
Sir!
Coward! Son of a bitch!
I'm waiting, sir.
John!
I'm
What's
waiting.
the pool on me up to right now? What's it up to? What is it, $300? Is that it? 300? I'm a school teacher. I teach English composition. I was a coach of the baseball team in the springtime.
That seems like a Tom Hanks character.
Yeah.
High school
Yeah,
teacher
there you
coaches a
go.
baseball team.
I don't know anything about Ryan. I don't care. Man means nothing to me. It's just a name. But if, if going to Ramelle and finding him so he can go home, if that earns me the right to get back to my wife, well then that's my mission. You wanna leave?
But you just took out the machine gun nest.
Like the war?
Because you can't, when you know it's there, you can't just leave it to
Yeah.
ambush the next people who come.
Yeah, that's true.
You have to get your fellow soldiers back as part of your
Put in
mission.
the paperwork.
In a wide open field like that seems not a great place to be.
Yeah, I don't know. They must have some idea of whether or not they can walk through there, though.
Half track, cover!
Yeah, I guess a field with tall grass like this is kind of cover everywhere. you
Yeah,
know?
that's true.
Get ready to move on the left flank! Take their left flank!
Hold on, make sure they're down.
We're coming out!
Captain Miller. Charlie Company, 2nd Rangers.
Corporal Henderson, Easy Company, 501st.
Ryan, first and 506.
PFC telling me 3rd and 506.
James Francis, Ryan?
Yes, sir. How'd you guess that?
Oh, just gotta do this all fuck over again.
Don't you recognize Private Ryan?
Yeah, totally. But he's just thinking like, oh, I gotta tell him his brother's died all over.
Yeah.
It was not fun the first time.
Yeah, you got the practice friend. Well, but Nathan Fillion's brothers are clearly children, though. So
Yeah, that's true.
it's a different reaction to hear your safe child brothers back home died while you're at war.
Your brothers were killed in combat.
Which ones?
All of them.
Even these guys all recognize how messed up it is, even with the situation they're living in.
To gather your gear.
Sir, what about them? I mean, there's barely hardly enough of this.
Two of our guys already died trying to find you, all right?
What were their names?
Erwin Wade and Adrian Caparzo.
Wade and
Caparzo.
It's not so easy to hate him for it when he genuinely cares that they did that.
Doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense, sir. Why? Why
He agrees with all them, you know.
Is that what they're supposed to tell your mother? When they send her another folded American flag?
It's a little uncalled for. I know he's making a point, but
I'm saying you can't die no matter what.
Yeah.
You know?
I was here, and I was with the only brothers that I have left. And there's no way I was going to desert them.
Hard to argue with that, too.
You take a standard issue GI sock, cram it with as much Comp B as it can hold, rig up a simple fuse, and you coat the whole thing with axle grease. That way when you throw it, it should stick. It's a bomb that sticks, it's a sticky bomb. Come up with a better way to knock the tracks off a tank, I'm all ears.
This is good. Now we gotta surrender our socks.
how would the explosives in the sock and the axle grease stick?
The axle grease is sticky, I guess. The sock sticks because it's covered in axle grease. Apparently, according to the field manual in World War II.
I guess so.
Cover 12 to 9 from here.
Axle grease is supposed to lubricate and make things not stick, right?
I'm not doubting the World War II field manual as reported by this movie. I'm sure that they got that right.
Yeah. I'm not questioning whether it's right. I'm just curious how it works now.
Yeah.
This is the Alamo. They push us back this far, last man alive blows the bridge.
Now we only got a 30-second delay on that fuse, so let everyone know.
Gotta love having to make a last man alive plan. You know?
Be alive long.
Captain, where am I during all this?
You're more than 2 feet away from me.
It's like, come on. I want to help.
Well, the captain will be helping, I'm sure.
Take it easy.
He's so jumpy all the time.
I don't know. I agree, but I think I probably would be too, unfortunately.
And so you identify with in this movie is Upham.
Yeah.
This one night, 2 of my brothers came and woke me up in the middle of the night. They said they had a surprise for me. So they took me to the barn up into the loft, and there was my oldest brother, Dan. With Alice Jardine. I mean, picture a girl who just took a nosedive from the ugly tree and hit every branch coming down. and Dan's got her shirt off. All of a sudden, John just screams out, "Danny, you're a young man. Don't do it." So now Dan is just so mad at us. He starts coming after us. But at the same time, Alice is over there unconscious. He's got to wake her up. So he grabs her by a leg, and he's dragging her. At the same time, he picks up a shovel, and he's going after Sean. And Sean's saying, "What are you trying to hit me for? I just did you a favor."
Oh my god.
So this makes Dan more angry. That was it. That was Dan went off to basic the next day. That was the last night the 4 of us were together. That was 2 years ago.
So the other Saving Private Ryan factoid people always bring out is that Matt Damon, that story was not scripted. Matt Damon was told to tell a story about Private Ryan with his brothers, and that's what he just came up with on camera.
I felt like, felt super natural, like super organic.
Yeah.
Good actor. Good cast in this movie. Damn.
For sure.
He sees Tiger tanks, 2 of them. Panzer tanks, 2 of them. Infantry, 50 plus change.
Damn. We were just having such a good time. Oh my god, that's so scary. It's like Godzilla.
Yeah, it is. A big group has got to be so scary. Like,
yeah,
numbers always wins a conflict like this, you know? Unfortunately, nearly always.
Yeah.
Numbers are decisive.
Except for in 300.
Right.
They do have, like, that little teeny passageway that they're basically, like, again, like fish in a barrel.
Exactly, yeah, right. You
but
have
if you
to...
have enough of them, there's not a whole lot you can do, yeah. It's like zombies. They're like, okay, we're cool now.
You don't hate him as much once you've seen him, you know? Oh, the last Saving Private Ryan factoid is that Matt Damon did not have to attend basic training with the rest of the actors, so their resentment for him would be genuine.
Oh, wow. This isn't a bad plan, though. I mean, that would be extremely disorienting for the Germans. Just all of a sudden.
It's a good ambush to start.
Awesome.
Oh! Blew up too fast.
Line it up! You! Line up!
Okay, now you do what he just did. Fire.
That is brutal, man.
How many rounds can that rifle hold?
Oh no. Oh no. That's terrible.
Bye, Jackson.
Like him. Oh my god.
I don't know, man. I get it to an extent.
Yeah.
Have you, like... I've played paintball and been hiding in cover by myself, and then there's like 4 dudes on the other team on the other side of the wall.
totally.
You just like hope they don't see you, because even if you come out to shoot them, they'll get you, you know? Overwhelmed.
Yeah. Understandable, but step up. Time to go.
Think you could bite off a man's fingers if he was struggling to kill you?
Yeah, I think so. Honestly. Go! Oh my god.
Oh, that one's so hard too. Oh, it's so slow. Oh, Mellish.
Oh. How are you gonna sleep at night forever, man?
Well, and he said before he was planning to write a book about the bond between soldiers during war.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, yeah.
This is an important lesson about that. That your self-preservation can still supersede it. Did he get shot in the hand, or?
Yeah, looks like it.
All right, go.
Skimmed his finger right between his fingers.
Horvath is still going. He's got so many wounds.
I just got the one knocked out.
Jeez.
Get out of here! Take cover! We're gonna blow this bridge! Ow! Come on, come on!
This is, I just got the wind knocked out of me.
Yeah, right. Looks like it, man. So we can't hear. That would be terrifying, to lose his sense in the middle of all this.
You see who we got there?
Yep. Dude.
Puts more complications on their moral argument of do you kill him or not, you know? What do you think now, Upham?
Yeah, time to do something. Do something. You can do it, bro. Oh, shit.
Hooray! Did you think for a second that he got to his explosive bullet? It was in there somewhere.
Yep, we knew there was one. I thought maybe Upham did something, but it turns out I was wrong.
Upham is now getting the Germans, now that they're on the run and the airstrike's there, now he's got his courage, you know?
Big hero.
Well, you saw that guy shoot the captain, though, you know?
Yeah.
You already let him go once, so... Seems like that's what you do.
Earn this. Earn it.
I pray that our Heavenly Father may assuage the anguish of your bereavement and leave you only the cherished memory of the loved and lost, and the solemn pride that must be yours to have laid so costly a sacrifice upon the altar of freedom. George C. Marshall, General, Chief of Staff.
Upham and Brooklyn are the only survivors.
Damn.
I'm always really impressed by that transform shot, too.
Yeah. Similar looking faces, facial
Right.
structure.
Yeah, I mean, it's still very seamlessly done.
Wow.
The end.
Damn.
Yeah,
That is a
it's
movie, isn't it? Holy mackerel. With war movies, I always have this thing where I sort of... It's important to show what it's really like without embellishing it too much, because, like, you know, it's a real life thing that happens. We have this culture that sort of glorifies, like, the military and war and all these things.
Well, and just violent solutions to problems generally.
Exactly,
you know?
yeah. I think the movie does a great job of kind of capturing the horror of that is the reality, especially of, like, the first, I mean, of all war, of course, but, like, you know, the two world wars were ugly.
Yeah, the first
were
half of the
brutal.
20th century
Yeah.
was, I mean, the whole 20th century was quite the time period, but the first
Yeah.
half in particular was very, very rough. So yeah, I agree with you that there's a intensity and I don't even know what the right word is for it, but just a realism to this war depiction that's really good. And Tom Hanks was the executive producer on the HBO series Band of Brothers right after this.
Oh,
It has a
okay.
very similar vibe. I watched through it just once a long time ago. I don't even remember it very well now, except for like broad strokes and who's in it. So
Yeah.
maybe we could do that at some point.
Oh,
But
yeah,
it's
that'd be
sort of
interesting.
Saving Private Ryan, the TV show.
Yeah, I think World War II media is always like really interesting. And
Well, and the thing with Band of Brothers too is that it is the true story of Easy Company. It's like a real story about a group that went through World War II, and it shows interviews with older men, like telling the story at the start and the end of each episode, but they don't caption who the guys are. So you don't know which of the characters in the story you're seeing talk to you as an old guy until the end, and then it tells you who they are.
Cool. Yeah,
I
that's
believe.
definitely something I'd be down to do
Yeah.
on the channel. But yeah, I mean, just great performances. The cinematography is really intense. Does a lot to. It's difficult, I think, to capture chaos or like just lots of different things all happening at once, and sort of this feeling of like disorientation without disorienting the audience. And,
Exactly.
I felt like I always understood like where the characters were in space, even if things were like moving around really quickly and kind of
Definitely.
jostling around.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, again, there's I knew this movie was a masterpiece kind of going into
Right.
it.
You
like
always hear that.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and every time I've ever mentioned that I've never seen this before, people say like, how is that possible? You know what I mean? Because it's just one of those movies that you see because it's so good. But, it was very violent, tastefully, I think kind of realistically so, it didn't feel gratuitous maybe,
No, it was showing you how violent the situation really is. It wasn't like, oh, look at this violence in our movie. It was like, look at the violence the characters have to endure.
Right.
Yeah, which I think is a little bit different.
And some really impressive organic storytelling acting going on. There was multiple situations, like multiple long kind of monologues about, personal stories for the characters. That
Right. It's
weren't
interesting, even the thumbnail on Amazon here is Giovanni Ribisi
Yeah.
telling his story of not talking to his mom when he had the opportunity and how he wished he'd done that,
Yeah, and like what a interesting take in a war movie of just like what are the little things these people regret, like what are the things that they looking back maybe would have done differently, thinking they're probably going to die in this situation. It's like
Right.
it's really like half we need to get to the objective and the other half like dealing with the reality of where you're at right now. It's like I am generally anti-war. I feel like
Right.
there's usually a better solution to problems, and like just seeing a respectful depiction of like what that can kind of lead to, this is what it's like, man. It's not pretty. There's nothing good.
I also think the casting does a good job with that and just with the feel of the movie, where all these guys, apart from Vin Diesel, I guess, who is sort of, like a badass and a tough guy in his other kind of roles, but a lot of these actors play regular kind of people, Tom Hanks and Paul Giamatti and Ted Danson, does a good job of showing this wasn't like we sent our elite fighting force in there to go fight and take them out. It's like, no, regular guys just had to go do this, and I think that it was very smart casting for them to pick people who play more regular person type of roles instead of people who are often in, violent or combat situations in movies.
And they nailed it.
Yeah, they really did.
They really, really did.
Band of Brothers also does that. There are definitely lots of interesting faces that will pop up on that show unexpectedly, like David Schwimmer, another Friends alum. Ross on Friends is one of the Band of Brothers guys. Or there's, I think Jimmy Fallon is in that show for a second.
Oh, wow.
So
interesting, yeah.
Nope. I guess that means we're about wrapped up, huh? If you're yawning,
Yeah,
is that
must
how
be.
you're done? You're bored.
It's definitely a long movie.
Yeah.
It's one of those situations where I feel like the story maybe could have been told in like less time.
Yeah, but you needed it all to flesh
Yeah.
out the experience of these guys. I don't think
I
any
feel like
one
I
piece
just
could be
went
cut.
on a really long roller coaster, and now I'm ready for a nap.
Yeah. Well, you also, because you have to see how many different places they have to go to even know where to look. You know, there's that scene of Tom Hanks getting so frustrated of like, let's just start shouting his name. We have no.
Yeah, right.
He could be literally anywhere in France.
Right.
But then, of course, that's the scene where they get the real lead that leads them to him. So shouting his name turned out to work.
Yep, it sure did. They are hella lucky that they found him at all, or that he wasn't just like lost in some trench somewhere, like
right. That he didn't die on his jump. You know, his plane was all messed up. The pilot was explaining. So yeah.
Well, guys, this has been a blast. Thanks so much for sticking around with us and hanging out, waiting on us during our hiatus and
brief hiatus, but we're back now.
We're back on schedule, I think. So
yes,
thanks so much, guys.
Lots more content, more movies coming down the pipe. If there's anything that you think we should watch, let us know, and we'll hopefully take that into consideration. You know, we're getting to them as fast as we can.
Yeah, and it's awesome.
It is.
Thanks so much for watching, guys, and
definitely.
We'll see you next time. I'm Nate.
I'm Sean.
And this has been Ketchup Packets.